Good evening, everyone. Welcome to this special call board meeting, July 27th, 2026 at 6 p.m. in the Estill County Board of Education boardroom located at 253 Main Street in Irving, Kentucky. At this time, I would like to call this meeting to order. We'd like to welcome everyone, and we stand by saying our pledge. I
pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you all for that. I'd like to remind you there's a sign-in sheet at the entrance to the boardroom if you'd like to sign in. First on our agenda this evening, we have some action items. And just to note, Carrie Smallwood is not here with us tonight. She'll be joining us later. She was tied up on a mail route. So we'll move forward with our meeting. First on our list, we have some action items. Item A is consideration for approval of the KSBA policy updates and the annual policy second reading. Mr. Brock, would you like to address that?
Yeah, this is just our annual updates that we get from KSBA. Goes along with changes in the law on KRS, and this will be our second reading. It's my recommendation we approve.
Okay, I need a motion for approval of the KSBA policy updates. This is our annual policy second reading. Sheila Samples makes a motion. Sharon Whitaker makes a second. Do we have any discussion? All in favor? Any opposed? The motion carries with a 4-0 vote. Next on our agenda, we have consideration for approval of the first reading policy number 09.214, which relates to toilet training.
Yeah, this is an update that Donald Norton's been working on. This will be the first reading. It's my recommendation we approve.
I need a motion to approve the first reading of policy 09.214. Tammy Hardy makes a motion. Do I have a second? Sharon Whitaker makes a second. All in favor? Any opposed? Motion carries. Item C on our agenda is consideration for approval of the 26-27 CEP draft.
Yeah, this is a certified evaluation plan for the district. We approve it every year. It's my recommendation we approve.
I need a motion to approve consideration for the 2026-27 CEP draft. Sheila Samples makes a motion. Do I have a second? Tammy Hardy makes a second. All in favor? Any opposed? The motion carries with a 4-0 vote. Item D is consideration for approval of the following 2026-27 student handbook. And can we do this all in one motion?
We can.
Okay, so
Yep.
Number 1 on our agenda is the high school. Number 2 is the middle school. Number 3 is Estill Springs. Number 4 is West Irvin. Number 5 is the Success Academy. Number 6 is our Virtual Academy. And number 7 is South Irvin. Mr. Brock, do you have any words about these things?
They update these every year, and they have to be approved by the board every year. It's just the student handbook that the students will have access to online. They'll go over in the first days. It's my recommendation we approve.
I need a motion to approve the 26-27 student handbook for the entire district. Sheila Samples makes a motion. Do we have a second? Tammy Hardy makes a second. At this time, I'd like to call for a vote. All in favor? Any opposed? The motion carries with a 4-0 vote.
And you did say they would get these at the beginning of the year.
Yes,
when
they'll
they
go
start,
over them,
yeah.
and they'll have access. I think they got access to them online. And
Okay.
we print them every so many years, but I don't remember if this year's a print year or
Okay.
but they have
I
access to
think
them.
they have to sign them too.
Yeah,
They
but
do.
they have
Yeah.
to sign
I
it
think
after
they
they
have
turn
to
it
turn
in.
it.
Or something,
Uh-huh.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's all the other documentation they have to.
Yeah.
Moving right along, some of these agenda items are consideration for approval of the 26-27 student disciplinary code. Mr. Brock?
Yeah, and that's a district one we have to approve every year as well. It's my recommendation we approve.
Okay, I need a motion for approval of the 26-27 student disciplinary code. Sheila Samples makes a motion. Sharon Whitaker makes a second. Do we have any discussion? If not, I'd like to call for a vote. All in favor? Any opposed? Motion carries. Next, we have consideration for approval of the trauma-informed care plan for the 26-27 school year.
Yeah, Ms. Flynn has revised this year. I've looked at it. It's something that we have to do again every year. It's just how we conduct for trauma-informed care in the district, and our plan if somebody passes away or if something happens. It's my recommendation we approve.
I need a motion for approval of the trauma-informed care plan for the 26-27 school year. Tammy Hardy makes a motion, Sheila Samples makes a second. Do we have any discussion?
There was no big revisions from the last one?
Nope.
Any further? If not, I'd like to call for a vote. All in favor? Any opposed? Motion carries. Next, we have consideration for approval of the draft 2026 salary schedule. Sorry, there's a 2 missing.
Yeah, there wasn't a lot of revisions there either. Some names changed in positions and stuff like that. It's my recommendation we approve.
Okay, I need a motion for approval of the draft 26-27 salary schedule. Sheila Samples makes a motion. Do we have a second? Tammy Hardy makes a second. Do we have any discussion? If not, I'd like to call for a vote. All in favor? Any opposed? The motion carries with a 4-0 vote. Next, we have consideration for approval of the Estill County School District staffing plan for 26-27 school year.
Yeah, that lays out like what the district provides, the positions at the district, the positions at the school that the district provides, PE, health, AER, band, those type of things. There was a few changes, not many. It's my recommendation we approve.
I need a motion for approval of the Estill County School District staffing plan, and that was a draft for 26-27 school year. Sheila Samples makes a motion. Do I have a second? Tammy Hardy makes a second. Do we have any discussion? If not, I'd like to call for a vote. All in favor? Any opposed? Motion carries with a 4-0 vote. Next, we have consideration for approval of the interagency agreement.
That's with CAC for the preschool at South Urban, where we get funding from them. It's my recommendation we approve.
I need a motion for approval of the interagency agreement for preschool at South Urban. Sheila Samples makes a motion. Sharon Whitaker makes a second.
I think Carrie's trying to get in.
Okay.
Somebody's trying to get in.
She has to push down real hard.
Call for a vote. All in favor? Any opposed? It's a 4-0 vote.
It is, you just gotta
Now you
mash it
gotta
hard.
mash it down as hard as you can mash it.
Have to T-Rex and Pal and come over here and help you.
All right, so Carrie Smallwood is joining us now, so we have all 5 of our board members here. Next on our agenda, we have consideration for approval of the federal district funding assurances.
This is where we have to, every year, assure that I have to go in and put that the board has approved the district funding assurances, and it's tied to the federal dollars where we ask for reimbursement, so it's my recommendation we approve.
I need a motion for approval of the federal district funding assurances. Sheila Samples makes a motion, Tammy Hardy makes a second. Do we have any discussion? If not, I'd like to call for a vote. All in favor? Any opposed? The motion carries with a 5-0 vote. Item K on our agenda is consideration for approval of the ARC chairperson for the Estill County School District.
Every year, we have to approve ARC people who are approved, who can hold ARCs and chair ARCs in the district. There's a list. It's my recommendation we approve.
I need a motion for approval of the ARC chairpersons for the school district. Carrie Smallwood makes a motion. Sheila Samples makes a second. Do we have any discussion? If not, I'd like to call for a vote. All in favor? Any opposed? Motion carries with a 5-0 vote. Item L is consideration for approval of the annual review of data security best practices.
Yeah, and that's another one that we have to do. It's my recommendation we approve.
Jeremy, do you have any comments about that?
It's just,
No, it's basically it's the review every year that The board knows that we are responsible for any data breaches. If there is a data breach, we do have processes we do have to follow without regard to make sure that the data is contained.
Sure. Okay. Next, I need a motion for approval of the annual review of data security best practices. Sheila Samples makes a motion. Do I have a second? Carrie Smallwood makes a second. All in favor? Any opposed? Motion carries with a 5-0 vote. Item 3 on our agenda brings us down to the consent items. We have approval minutes of June 11th and the 18th board meetings. We have approval of the treasurer report and payment of bills and approval of the superintendent's travel.
Yeah, just really quick, I've got the report through June now that we have from the school year for the general fund. We were up across the board. We were up on revenue, local revenue, $381,000, up on secret revenue, $614,000. We were down on expenditures, about $188,000. Medical reimbursements, $68,000, and for a total $944,308 to the good, above fiscal year 25. General expenditures, we spent about $793,000 less, and so the overall, we're up about $793,000 from the year before.
Fantastic.
And it's, the others, just the minutes and paying the bills. It's my recommendation we approve consent items.
I need a motion for approval of the consent items as discussed by Mr. Brock. Sheila Samples makes a motion. Do I have a second? Tammy Hardy makes a second. Do we have any discussion? I'd just like to point out that this report is available if anybody wants to see it. And also those board policies and those approvals that we went through previously are also available. And those are also available on our website. So with all of that being said, I need a motion for approval. Sheila Samples makes a did we already do that?
Yes,
Yeah.
we do it
I'm
all
sorry,
over.
we just need to call for a vote.
Yeah.
It's been a long day. Call for a vote. All in favor? All right. Any opposed? Motion carries with a 5-0 vote. Mr. Brock, do you have anything to report?
We're just getting geared up to get back to school. Students come on the 12th, as everybody knows. Starting to, should be getting some of the modular classrooms in, and we're still looking at a September, October date to try to get that set up to move kids from the middle school, working with emergency management on that. I think there's some people that ask about seeing them. We won't get to see them until they're on the site, but that's going on. We've got PD going on. New teachers met today with Miss Mullins' New Teacher Academy. That went really well. Just a busy time of year, but an excited time of year because we're fixing to get kids back in the building. So, and then we got KASA from Wednesday on through Friday of this week. So,
Okay. Do we have any public comments, Jeremy?
We had one from the original July 18th.
I'll take care of it.
From Tim Rose. He just wanted to know if we have any pictures or images of the modular buildings.
We do have those, and Mr. Brock can make those available.
Yep.
Anything further, Jeremy? Okay. Anything from the board?
So I know, all the parents are still concerned about the safety. Are we gonna, is it planned to have it inspected prior to school? Okay.
Yeah, it's already been inspected and will be inspected again.
Okay,
Yes.
good.
Okay.
Yep.
If nothing further, I'd like to call for a motion to adjourn this meeting. Sheila Samples makes a motion, Tammy Hardy makes a second. All in favor? Any opposed? So this meeting is closed. Before you go offline, Jeremy, I'd just like to ask a special prayer for one of our own, for Kyle Short. He's been going through a lot, and many of you know he's been in the hospital. And if we could just continue to keep him and his family in your prayers, and also all of his friends and family at the bus garage.
Yes.
Thank you all.